Hey guys, good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so glad that you decided to join me here today. It is great to have you here. And of course, it is amazing to be with you guys on another Inspirations for Your Life show. And today, ladies and gentlemen, is a special day for me. It's February 21st, which is actually my birthday. To actually celebrate the whole week. But you guys know I produce content for you all the time, whether I'm traveling or whether I'm home. So I'm here producing content for you guys. We have another great show, whether you're here at 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., or perhaps 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate this from the bottom of my heart. And again, a thank you for everyone that wished me a happy birthday. I really do appreciate that today. And so let's get right into our master topic, shall we? So the weekly master topic is, what is karma? What is karma? So let's dive into our specific granular topic, which is exploring the laws of significance and attraction. Series 3 means we're in the third year, show 8, episode number 5. All right, let's get right in here and let's start talking about it, shall we? All right. So the first thing we're talking about is the law of significance and inspiration. That's pretty interesting. So, what is the law of significance and inspiration? Well, the thing about it is that this is a very interesting law. If we want to talk about it from the plain point, what basically what the law is. The law is very specific in how it works. But I think you guys are going to really appreciate this because the law of significance and inspiration is something that it's when we focus on something we'll need for like a motivational boost, or we want to begin to feel like you don't have a purpose or a matter. So this can happen. We need to have that little propelled forward. Every contribution you make will affect the world, whether it's large or whether it's small. So the law of significance and inspiration, which is what the law is, it's one of the laws for karma, in case you guys are wondering. um, it's just that no thought, no act is ever going to have no impact. May not have as great of an impact as you want, but according to this law, every contribution you make will affect the world in some way, shape, or form. You've been born with a specific gift, maybe more than one gift, a mission and a purpose that only you can bring into the world with your uniqueness and share your authenticity with the world. So I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize how powerful they actually are. Um, the law of significance is something that seems like it's like mumbo jumbo, but you know what? It really is not mumbo jumbo. The law of significance really means that everything we do has an impact. Okay. Um, Everything we do has a value. Every person's contribution is part of the whole world and will be felt in some way, shape, or form. Um, Loving contributions will inspire life, while contributions that are based out of any kind of, let's say, anger, frustration, or retaliation will also impact the world, but in a negative way. All right. So, thinking about this, ladies and gentlemen, this is the law of significance, the law of significance and inspiration. And the law of significance and inspiration is something that I believe if you start to understand that it has an impact, you might start believing now that what you do can affect this world. People think that just because they're not doing something grand on a stage that they can't have an impact in the world, and I got to tell you that is very, very far from wrong. Okay, very, very far from wrong. And so thinking about the different laws like we talk about here, um there's a lot, right? We've talked about a lot of the different laws, and I just think that most people don't realize how these laws can affect our lives and how we can be the catalyst to bringing things forward. I think that's really, what it's about. So let's talk about the next law. It's the law of attraction. So, what is the law of attraction? Well, we're not going to get into it too deep, but what I want to tell you is you don't get what you deserve, you get what you are. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But the law of attraction, people attract what they focus on, right? Wherever our thoughts go, that's where the energy is going to flow. Now, there are three parts to the law of attraction, okay? And it's important that we understand them. So, just as you want to put your desire into life, it's important to learn how to not pull the things into your life that you do not want. So, the law of attraction is about attracting, creating, and allowing. So, people say to me, John, is the law of attraction real? Yes, it is. So, you attract, you create, and you allow. Okay. People still say to me, John, I'm very lost. I'm very confused. I don't know what the law of attraction is. Well, there are a whole bunch of things under the law of attraction. We're not going to cover that in today's show or this week, but law of attraction is really directly related to karma, obviously. And so when we think about the law of attraction in a very basic sense, it's a mindset. And second, it's an action. So you can't just have a positive mind without taking action, right? You have to take action in your life. That is very, very important. So we must bring our whole self into the picture frame, is what I like to say. Our mental fitness demands that we keep setting and raising the bar and going on a journey of self discovery. Your outlook of the world will shape its future. Okay. So there are laws of attraction, which I'm not going to get into too much of that right now, but I just really want to let you know that attraction starts with thought. And so if we can embrace thought, like I just said to you, wherever my thoughts are going, that's where the energy is going to flow. So you get what you focus on. Now, if that's not what you want, then I'm sorry to tell you that you got to change your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. You have to change your thoughts. That is very, very important. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is attracting what you are. So I want to say this again. We don't get what we want, but what we are. Now, that might sound very strange, but it's the truth. Let me give you an example. We don't get what we want in life, we get what we are, right? And people would say to me, John, why am I not getting what I want? Well, because you're not acting from that. So let me give you a very, very simple example, but I think it'll drive the point home. So let's say you're trying to attract, I don't know, maybe you're trying to attract a new job, maybe you're trying to attract a few $1,000s, maybe $1 million, maybe $10,000, whatever it is. So a lot of people will say, gee, I want that. And they think about that, like that $1 million as over there, like trying to attract it. But what you really have to do is think about coming as if you already have it. So let's just take, I don't know, let's just take $10 million. So let's imagine you have $10 million after taxes and it's a couple days after. What are you going to do with that $10 million? So you want to act from the point that you have the money and from that deep feeling inside, right? Same thing if it's a relationship. Don't act on wanting the relationship, act on having the relationship, right? Act on how you're going to feel. See, this is really, really key. But a lot of people I talk to, They just don't get this, and they find themselves very, very frustrated. And the reason they're so frustrated is because they don't understand that the reason they're not getting what they want is because they're not acting in a vibrational match. Let me say this again. So we get what we are a vibrational match to. Well, that sounds like something that we really need a whole course on. Well, yes and no. So I said you don't get what you want, you get what you are. Okay. And if I talk about a match, a vibrational match, law of attraction is you are a vibrational match to your reality. You get what you give, you get what your vibe attracts. So your vibe attracts your tribe. Where attention goes, or where your thoughts go, that's where the energy is going to flow. Now, you may have heard these things before, right? But they're real. The law of attraction is like attracts like. And what this means in a nutshell, whether we understand it or not, we're responsible for bringing both positive and negative influences into our life. A key to the law of attraction, understanding that where you place your focus can have an intense impact on what happens to you, right? Feel yourself being one way and you'll be that way. And I think other people will start to realize too that as they start to see that we have an impact. The thing is, when we think of the universe in terms of energy, there are a lot of skeptics out there, I know, and it's science. We open ourselves up to a perspective of a being, and we can begin to see ourselves not only on a physical level, but on a level of soul, on a level of energy. And we're always a vibrational match to what is happening in our life. We might say, John, well, why? Well, because we're energy and everything in our life is energy. We feed into all that you want to see, and then you let go of what it doesn't serve you. But so many people I talk to spend their entire life, oh my gosh, I can't believe I have this. I can't believe I had this problem. I can't believe I had this. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Remember, until you change what needs to be changed, your life will remain the same. Einstein said it best. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's insanity. We're all made up of energy. We are all psychic. We're all magicians. We're all beams of light. And whether you give power to it is whether it becomes real or not. But we have the ability. We have the ability. So tonight we talked a little more about karma, and we talked about the fact that an important part of karma is exploring the law of significance. Everything you do has a significant impact, and the law of attraction. Okay, the law of attraction really works from the thoughts you put out, and your thoughts put out energy into the world, and that energy can be felt and received by other people without you even saying anything. I mean, I know this is pretty wild, but it is the truth. So the thing that people always ask me, John, is how do people near me feel my positive energy? Well, people will feel your energy. Your energy is like a waveform. Okay, it's like a waveform. Then you might say, John, how do people radiate positive energy? I mean, how does that even happen? How is that even a thing? Like, how does that even work? Well, I know it might sound, how can I say, a little bit crazy, but absolutely it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely the truth. So let's get on to another piece of this. So, how do people radiate positive energy? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Adopt abundance all around you. You might say, well, gee, John, I don't have that abundance. Well, you can still have a mindful thought of abundance. Does that make sense? I think a lot of people, I think it's about the fact that a lot of people just don't understand how powerful their energy is. So when you radiate gratitude, okay, and abundance, like a smile, it has a ripple effect, very similar to the way you throw a rock in a stream or a pond, and it has that ripple, right? So when this energy starts to, let's say, flow from you to another person, it causes people to change their ways. It's almost like, let's think of it like this. You're having your day, right? And maybe your day's going well, but it could always be better, right? So you listen to some great music, they really make you upbeat. Well, that changes you. That's very similar to the way the energy that you have rubs off on other people. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much, especially all of those wonderful people that did take the time to wish me a happy birthday. I really appreciate that. Today is my birthday, February 21st, 2024. And I hope you guys are appreciating the content that I'm putting out there. And I hope that you're choosing to apply this very valuable content to your lives to make a difference. That is, if you want a better life. I mean, everyone wants to live a better life, I would think. But I don't know the answer to that 100%. I would say most people I talk to do want to improve their lives. And the people that are complaining about their lives want a better life. But unfortunately, they are not, how can I say, they are not, they're not really focused on the fact of how it gets done. Okay. And this happens because everybody believes that something's supposed to happen immediately. It doesn't happen immediately. Remember that if you have the thought, okay, and you just sit there and you do nothing on the couch or walk and you do nothing, nothing's going to happen. You have to take an action. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe somebody says to you, you still have to take that action. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic evening. Please scan the QR code or go to believemeachieve.com. That is believemeachieve.com in case you missed it on my hat there. Believe, yep, me, achieve.com. And check out all my great content, including TikTok. Be sure to subscribe. I'd really be grateful so that we can eventually stream to TikTok. Have yourself an amazing evening, everyone. I'll catch you real soon. All right. Take care.